Hey Zoology Lab, my name is Sarah and today I'm going to be telling you all about the class Eutardigrada. So class Eutardigrada falls under the phylum Tardigrada, but you guys might know them as the tardigrades. These are one of the world's smallest animals at about 1.5 millimeters long, and they've also earned pretty cute nicknames such as the water bear or the water piglet. They earn these nicknames due to the fact that when you look at them under a microscope, they do resemble a tiny bear/piglet. Eutardigrades differ from the other class in phylum Tardigrada, known as the heterotardigrades. They're categorized separately due to some main differences in their bodies like dorsal plates, claw features, cuticle thickness, and gonoduct structures. Altogether, though, there are about 1,100 species of identified tardigrades in the whole phylum and about 700 identified species of eutardigrades in the class. And of course, with having so many different identified species, they are going to vary in characteristics, but for the most part, they have this general appearance. Eutardigrades have no skeleton or exoskeleton, nor do they display segmentation. Instead, they have muscles attached to their rough cuticles, aka their skin, which move their legs. They also use their cuticles to diffuse oxygen from the water around them into their open hemicell, which means they have no need for a respiratory system or a circulatory system. They do, however, have an efficient nervous system consisting of a brain paired with ventral nerve cords that run along its body. They also have tiny eye spots at the top of their head that are used to detect light. While these little guys may look cute under a microscope, there is nothing cute about their feeding process. They have small mouths which are capable of expanding into a huge sucking pharynx. It's at this point that they'll extend their two stylets, which are basically long, sharp needles that they use to puncture their prey and suck out their body fluids. If you were their usual prey, like a nematode or rotifer, this would probably be the most terrifying experience of the world. But once a eutardigrade has had the most terrifying dinner in existence, it will go into their stomachs and leave through its anus. This means that they do have a complete digestive system. They also have Malpighian tubules, which help absorb nitrogenous waste within their bodies. This waste will also leave through the anus. While it's not known if eutardigrades fall in love, it is known that they reproduce. Depending on the species, eutardigrades will reproduce sexually or asexually. In sexual reproduction, males will either deposit sperm inside the cuticle of a molting egg-carrying female, or females will shed their cuticle and then lay their eggs inside to be later fertilized by a male. Sexual reproduction obviously includes a male and female, but some tardigrades are hermaphroditic, meaning they are capable of producing both sperm and eggs. In asexual reproduction, females will lay their eggs, which will develop without the need of fertilization. Interestingly enough, there are even some colonies of eutardigrades which have been known to be solely female. But no matter how they got there, eutardigrades have 3 life stages: egg, juvenile, and adult. Once they hatch, it's estimated that they will molt anywhere between 4 to 12 times in their life cycles as they continue to grow. Lastly, there is one thing that all tardigrades are notorious for, something called cryptobiosis. This is a state of suspended animation brought on by the drying out of a tardigrade. When they dry out, they will shrivel down to a fraction of their size into something called a ton. Basically, they shrivel up into a tiny safe ball that is protected from pretty much anything. In this suspended form, they can withstand the harshest conditions such as extreme drought, radiation, being frozen, being heated up past the boiling point of water, and even the vacuum of space. Here I am trying to draw out a little astronaut ton, but I don't know how well it came out, y'all. I tried. but they can survive in this state without food and water for decades. The only thing that it needs to be revived is just a little bit of water, and the tardigrade is back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That concludes my overview of the class Eutardigrada, and I hope y'all learned something new and have a great rest of your semester.